It looks something like this.
Hello gorgeous, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a hacks to get ready. No, it's more of a look good fast video. So the reason, well, my inspiration behind this particular video is last night I went to an event and I had about, I don't know, 15 minutes to go. I knew I wasn't gonna be able to go hardcore, like full glam, but I wanted to be at least partial glam. Is that even a thing? But I wanted to look good, but I needed to do it fast, and the look that I created was very simple, but it was perfect for that particular thing that I needed to do. And I thought, this is really a good video for me to film for you guys because so many of you probably want to look good fast. Like, say for instance, you have a date night and you want to look good fast, but you want it to look really good, but you don't have time to, like, you know, bake and do all that and cake the face, and, you know, if that's your thing. I don't really like cake face, but, you know, some people like a lot of makeup. So that's where the inspiration came from, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna just put this on camera tomorrow and share it with you guys. So I'm gonna do it. Let's do it, you know? Let's do it. First off, I'm going to prime. So when you're getting ready fast, you don't have time to multi-prime, right? Because when I'm getting ready and I have time, I'm gonna use a certain primer under my eyes, I'm gonna use one on my bigger pores, and I'm gonna use one on the places that I need my makeup to stay, but I don't have the big pores. I don't have time for all that right now because I want to get ready fast. So I'm picking one primer and that's it. So this look is more about finding products to create the look, to get you out the door fast while looking like glam, basically. So it's not like you can use these products to get this look. It's not that. That's not what I'm doing here. I'm just showing you these are the steps, basically. So for the primer, I've been using the Tatcha, the Silk Canvas Primer a lot lately, and that's the one that I just happened to reach for first. So what I do is I just, like, when we're in a hurry, I tap the primer in the places that I know need primed. So for me, that's wherever I have some big pores, which is around my nose. And I feel like pretty much every girl, if you have a problem area of your skin, it's gonna be around your nose. And then also around my chin, I've got like some boo-boos down here. Just in all, my chin doesn't look great. So instead of like rubbing a primer in, I like to tap it into my skin and really let it settle into those pores, crevices, cracks, whatever you wanna say, so that my makeup sits prettier on it. Another place that's really important is around the eyes, because when you smile, what do? You get wrinkles. So I like to tap in my primer right around my eyes. And then forehead is also important. I get open pores right here. I have a chickenpox scar right there. You can pretty much see it. And it's not a good look, you know? It's part of life. It's a battle wound. If chickenpox were a battle. What's wrong with you? Okay, so then I just take a little bit extra, tap it in all over the face so I get a nice even canvas to put my makeup on top of. And that's it. So you want to prime fast. You want to find a primer that you know is going to do the job, and it's going to do the job well. For me, it's this one. Okay, next we're going to go with the eyes. So if you're in a hurry, you don't have time to get a separate eye primer, everything like that. So I just take my eye primer, take my ring finger because that's the most delicate finger on your hand, and just tap it in around the eyes, just like you would on the eyelid. I mean, just like you did around the eye contour. That's the word I'm looking for, eye contour. So just tap it in really lightly. Here's a really awesome tip that I feel like a lot of people don't know, and I've learned it as I've gotten more involved with makeup and I've gotten older, is that when you are applying anything to your skin, whether it's with your hands, with a brush, with a sponge, a beauty blender, whatever, that you really should be paying attention to how your skin reacts. So if you're applying something to your skin, you don't want your skin to move and pull. Like that means you're doing it too rough. Like if you're applying something with a brush, let me find a clean brush. That's clean. Like it should be just enough that your skin's barely moving, you know? Instead of like, when I first was getting into makeup, like I was so rough on my skin. I go back and look at old videos now and I'm like, crap, what was I doing? Okay, for eyeshadow, when you're in a rush, this is one of my favorite tips, is instead of searching out the perfect nude eyeshadow to set your eyes with, because that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna set the eyes first. What I like to do is find a flat shader brush. This guy is from Morphe, it's the M333, and get whatever color your face powder would be. I'm just taking this off of this, but like honestly, I would probably use my It Cosmetics first. Get some powder on there, tap it off, and then lightly brush it on to set your primer in place. That's gonna help prevent creasing. So I'm gonna do the same, tap it off. Now my eyes are set. They're ready, the base is down, the base coat is down, ready to go color coat like I'm polishing nails or something. Okay, now that I have my base, this is where I like to take a shortcut. So a great way to do that is going in with bronzer. I'm actually gonna use the Urban Decay Naked. It's the cherry palette because that's why it's so pretty. I haven't even used it yet. I already know what colors I'm gonna use that I can recreate last night's look with. I just hit myself in the face with a makeup brush because I'm super professional. But this is just, this palette just gives me all of the good feels in my deep in my makeup artist soul, because I just wanna like rub it on my face. It's so pretty. Okay, taking a fluffy shader brush, and I'm gonna go into my crease with a, let's see, actually I am gonna go with the bronzer first because I wanna set that base. And this is, again, quick makeup hack. So 101, using swirling, super technical terms here, tapping, and then lightly going into my crease and building it up. I'm not being super picky about the shape, and you'll see why in a second. Also, when you're applying your eyeshadow, hold it down at the end of your brush so that it's taking a lot of your power away. So, because like when you hold here, you have a lot more ability to like really drag your eyelid around, and you don't want to do that. You want to build color. You don't want to deposit too much too fast, because it's a lot harder to take off color than it is to deposit color. Sorry, I'm looking over this direction, but that's where my mirror is. Okay, so got my crease on, going in with a clean fluffy shader. This one is the MAC 224, and I'm just going to clean up the edges and blend it out so that it's really seamless. Going into the crease and doing the same. I'm tapping constantly because that helps me get the excess off of the brush and keep everything just looking cleaner, you know? Pretty simple. Okay, so next I'm gonna go in with, I'm gonna do Juicy because it's just this beautiful peach shade. I'm gonna go with a flat shader and deposit that right directly onto my lid. Did you see how much came off of that? Wow. And when you're tapping your brush like that, when you're applying your shadow, it's really helping to decrease your chances of fallout. I mean, obviously you can still get fallout when you're applying, but it's just gonna help you get less fallout. Okay, so to make sure that that is a seamless transition from the peach into the bronzer in my crease, I'm just gonna go back in with this clean, fluffy shader and lightly blend that out. Okay, under the eye, I'm going to take the brush that came with this, but any like smudger brush will do. That'll do donkey. And I think I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do Devilish. Yeah, that's a good color. And just smudge it right under my lash line for a pop of pinkish. You guys know how I feel about red around the eyes. I think it's like just the most flattering eyeshadow color known to mankind. Okay, and then using this one, it's okay if it's dirty because it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna use Young Love, which is basically that Devilish but in a shimmer. And add it to the inside corner. And then work out. Yeah, that's so pretty. Okay, that's exactly what I was going for right there. So I'm gonna throw on a quick coat of mascara. and I'll be right back. And by the way, I'm just using the Revlon Volumizing. I love this mascara. I think it does a great job because I like how fat the brush is. Okay, so off camera, I went ahead and threw my mascara on my top and my lower lashes. One of Matt's dad jokes would be like, well, why'd you throw it on, babe? Okay, yeah, just got eyeshadow on my shirt. It's good stuff. Okay, so put my mascara on, top, lower lashes. I put my brows on because there's nothing new there. Nothing you guys haven't seen a million times. We'll move on to the face, and I will revisit the lashes in just a second. But for foundation, I'm just using MAC Studio Fix because this is what I used last night. No special reason other than that. I would like to say that the other day I got a really, really kind comment on my YouTube, and they were talking about like how my brows, like they don't understand why I draw them on so low, and I'm like, first of all, I don't draw my brows on. These are my brows. I just literally fill them in the tiniest bit, and like I don't fill in what isn't there. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. Using a tiny bit of the peach corrector that I always use under my eyes. You can go high end. My favorite is Bobbi Brown in light to medium peach. Drugstore favorite is Pixie. Right now I have in my hand Pixie, the brightening peach. Using a damp beauty blender just to stamp that into right where my dark circles are. And then concealer, I'm using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Dark Circle Eraser in Brightener. I actually think this is a great shade for under the eyes. It just really wakes up your under eye area. I mean, like, it's just, that's the wrong side, and this side. I cannot tell my left from my right at all. That is something that drives my husband nuts about me, and it doesn't matter what I do, I just cannot. I know my left hand makes an L, but like in a split second decision where I have to say left or right, I'm going to get it wrong 100% of the time. Gonna set my under eyes with the Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Magic Powder. I love this powder. I think it's wonderful. And I'm gonna set with the Beauty Blender. I told you all this is quick glam. That's why I'm moving so fast, because it doesn't take long to do it. Okay, now that I got that on, you can bake if you want to. I personally think that the Magic Powder doesn't need to bake because it's really quite opaque. And I don't think that leaving it on for a long time is a great move, because it's already pretty, very covering as it is. So I'm just blending that with a brush. And then for the rest of my face, I'm using pressed powder. This one's from It Cosmetics. Again, this look can be done with any product and products that you want. I'm just setting around my nose and around my mouth, my chin, because those are the two areas that really tend to get oily. And I'm not going to powder the rest of my face because we're keeping it simple. So, but I am going to apply bronzer, because who would I be without my bronzer? It's like, who would I be without my brows? I mean, come on now. Using a little bit of the darker shade from my Tarte palette, I'm going to contour under my lip. And then I'm going to contour around my nose with the lighter shade. Following the natural line of my nose where my bone sits right there, and then working my way down. And then I'm gonna blend that out. And then using my brush from Luxie, I love this brush so much. It's like a huge fan contour. And my Marc Jacobs bronzer. If I was getting ready, and I wasn't in a hurry, then I would take more time about application. But this one's kind of foolproof with this brush and this bronzer, because it's, oh my gosh, I love this bronzer so much. And I hit pan and I'm like already like thinking like I need to restock this immediately. So whatever's left over on the brush, I like to just take it over the tip of my nose to make sure that I'm like not too harshly contoured, you know what I mean? And then take it from my jawline down my neck, and I take the other end and just take my contour and push it down. You won't push it up because that takes away from the fact that you're trying to lift your cheekbones. So I just take it and bring it down a little bit. Then I got a little blush. I like matte blushes so much. I think that they're just So great for looking polished without like too much shimmer. Gosh, my skin got some boo-boos going on here and I'm not happy about it because they're the kinds that just need opened, like your skin needs opened up to get them out, like whiteheads. I hate those. And then using Laura Mercier highlighter, I use my finger first actually. I'm gonna go in with the pinky, go down the bridge of my nose, and then do that pinky right here. And then I'm gonna go a little bit of a mix with the pink and the more of the brown and go right on my cheekbone, my cheekbone. Oh, that highlighter is just beautiful, isn't it? And then I'm gonna go in with the flat shader brush that I used earlier with the lighter pink color and pick up some of it and deposit it right there on the inside corner of my eye and then right at the top of my brow bone. This is a little bit too intense right there. Let's work that down. This is the Maybelline nude liner that I use in my drugstore fall makeup look. And then using Love You Back. This is just a little mini MAC lipstick. And oh my gosh, I love this shade. It's so pretty. And then I'm going to top that with a little rose gold from Jouer lip gloss. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. Ah. And it smells so good. It makes you want to lick your lips all day long. Oh, it smells so good. See how I just put it in the middle of my lip because I'm going to take my finger and work that over. So it's not, oh, it's so pretty. And then last step, and this is when you know you're fully glam, is when you have time to put on lashes. And this is so fast because I'm using pieces. So what I do is I use these, this one I picked up at Walgreens, and it's the Kiss brand individual lashes, and they are my new favorite lashes, and here's why. Because it's 3 individual lashes on one thing. Like, it's just so nice, and like you don't have to wait for the glue to dry. You know how like when you're putting on lash strips, you really need to wait and wait and wait until the lash glue turns a certain color, and then you know that it's the right time, and da-da-da. No, you don't have to do that when it's this little bit because you're not using as much glue. You're not using as much glue. So what I do is I take 2 of the longer lashes and pop them right on the end. So there's 1 and there's 2. And then I turn my, what are these called? They're called tweezers. Turn them over. My tweezers. Make sure that they are perfectly against my lash line. And then they just like blend so nicely. I love these lashes, guys. Love them. I don't know what made me pick them up when I was at Walgreens the other day, but I immediately went through 1 pack, and this is my 2nd pack, and I bought a 3rd, and I'm going back to buy like 10 more. And I've never been an individual lash girl. Except for my wedding day, I had my makeup done professionally, and it's the first and only time that I've ever had my makeup done professionally where I actually liked it, because I'm so picky about anybody touching my face. I never like what they do. I just know my face, and I know what I like done to it. And so my makeup artist on that day used, I think, 2 whole things of Ardell fake lash or individual lashes on me. Like my whole eyeball was just individual lashes, and it looked so beautiful. It was very tedious though. So then after I go in with the 2 long, I actually am on the medium short package. Sorry, medium short. So those 2 M1s are medium. Now I'm going in with short, and I'm gonna line it right next to it and go 2 short pieces. So it's like this seamless, oh, it's just so nice. I'm like my own biggest lash fan, can you tell? And then, oh, it's just like the perfect end. So I'm gonna go a little extra and add a 3rd. This is so fast. Can you guys believe how fast this is? So there's like no way for you to screw this up. So if you are the girl that's like, I cannot do fake lashes, like they just look so bad when I do them, I can't get them on my lash line, then this is the answer, because these guys are so easy to apply. Like so easy. And as you can see, I'm just taking my finger and pressing them down and then up. And that's it. Like, oh my gosh, they look so good. That is my Get Glam fast, like super fast. And the whole trick is the fake lashes because it's just like the best way to add a little va-va-voom to your lids without being so frustrated because you can't get your freaking lashes to stick, and then you get glue everywhere, and then your eyeball is like stuck glued open because your lash line is glued to the middle of your eye. Believe me, I know your frustration. I have been there, and I can hear you guys going through the screen because I know it's true. This takes the guesswork out of it because they're so easy to use. I don't actually know if you can find them online or not. I'm gonna look, and if so, I'm gonna link everything that I used on my blog. But this is really the only thing that you totally need in order to get like a polished look. But that's the steps that I do in order to get this look. And this is I'm running out the door to a meeting. I'm running out the door on a date night. I'm whatever it is that I need to look finished with a little bit of extra va-va-voom to my lashes, because I feel like lashes just really seal the deal. Like, my makeup can look great, and then if I don't have lashes, it's kind of like wah wah. That's just because my natural lashes don't have a whole lot of va-va-voom to them, you know what I mean? So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a quick one, it was a fun one, and yeah, I gotta go. I got somewhere to be, so make sure you subscribe to my channel, turn your notifications on so that you can be the first to know when my videos go live on Mondays and Fridays. Don't forget to visit me on my blog, angelalanter.com, and follow me on Instagram @AngelaLanter. All right, guys, I love y'all so much, and thank you for watching. Au revoir.